I think it's really important to award digital transformation leaders and innovators, because it's where business is going. It's where the industry is moving across the board, and I think that we need to start recognizing the influencers and the people that are making a significant impact on growing industries, affecting GDP. They're having a massive macroeconomic impact as well, which I think is really important for the continent. I also think Africa is rising, and I think we have been for a while, but digital transformation is really accelerating our rise. So it's very exciting, and I think we need to start celebrating the people that are at the forefront of it.
What else do you think should be done to steer digital transformation in Kenya and in Africa?
To steer digital transformation, I think we need to start looking at better diversity and inclusion. I think that we should start including the marginalized groups that don't appear enough in these forums, and I think you're seeing a lot more women. We had a lot more women at the event this year, which was fantastic. We've had a lot more diversity and inclusion conversations, and a lot of feedback from organizations that are wanting to get more sophisticated in how they deliberately approach their inclusion agenda.
What are some of the challenges that maybe are hindering digital transformation?
I think a lot of the challenges around digital transformation relate to access. So, and there's many types of access. Financial access is one of them. Technology access, internet connection is an example. There's massive strides being made across the continent, but I do think that there's a lot of work that still needs to be done. I think education as well is something that's really critical. I think we need to be reaching a lot broader audience in terms of educating them. We were talking today, I was talking to Jane, who's the CIO of Standard Chartered, and she was saying a lot of education is happening where we're showing computer pictures to children in the rural areas, and I think that's really sad because they can't use the computer picture. They can't use the computer, so they can see a picture of it, but that doesn't give them the access that they need to be able to grow and be immersed in digital transformation, so they themselves can become developers or security specialists in the future.
Do you think Kenya has enough IT talent to ensure digital transformation?
I think Kenya has enough people. I think that industry and government need to be doing more work regarding talent. We need more education, we need more incorporation, more inclusion, more diversity in organizations, both in government and in enterprise. I think our schools need to be immersed more fully in the digital agenda, and our curriculums need to be updated across the board. There's a lot. Africa is rich in people. We've got a young population across the board, which is really exciting. And I think we need to be making more effort to make sure that they are equipped, that they have what they need to be able to make an impact, and also to be able to feed their families, to enable them to grow their families and reach places that they wouldn't ordinarily have reached because their parents or their grandparents didn't have access to digital transformation. So yes, I think we've got enough people. I think we need to do a lot more around upskilling and talent.
Any other thing you think you need to address that I haven't asked?
I don't think so. Maybe I think silos. Let me talk about that. So I think every country is making a massive effort in terms of their digital transformation agenda. Well, I say every country. I think there's still a lot of countries that are very lacking across Africa, but there are some countries that are making massive strides and their governments are fully behind it. Kenya is one of them. Zambia is another, which is really interesting. South Africa, of course, and there are several others. But I think where we are as a continent, where we're losing a lot of opportunity, is we're not working together as a continent. We work in silos. The South works, the East works, the West works, the North. But actually what we should be doing is bringing that richness together and leveraging that experience and that skill across the continent so that we can really get stronger as a continent as a whole. I think also we've lost a lot of incredible talent to the diaspora, and I think we need to start engaging the diaspora. It's something that we're very passionate about. I know that there are people who are from Zimbabwe, from Zambia, from Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, Ethiopia, all over the world that are making an incredible impact. How do they bring that skill back to the continent? How can they make a difference? So I think it's something that's really important, and it's something that we are at DX5 looking at to start building communities outside of Africa with Africans to bring that skill and that expertise back onto the continent.
Okay, thank you so much.
Does that help?
My name is Hari Hare. I am the co-founder and chairman of DX5, the organizers of DX100 Symposium and Awards. Very happy that we have finally unveiled the winners of this year's Digital Transformation Awards. So really excited. People are happy. People are excited to have won. So we are happy about it. Yeah.
We've seen that you've awarded the winners, but why do you think it's important to recognize them? These innovators that
So it's very important. So let me try and explain something. Today's business. Look at any business today. You realize that it's driven by technology. So a lot of the time you find that businesses succeed or fail because of technology. And it's important that we acknowledge what technology professionals do in those businesses. Because, I always say, when you see a business reporting profits, a lot of the time the credit goes to the CEO or the CFO, but actually the people who actually get the systems which drive that business are the IT technology professionals behind the scenes. Yeah, so that's why to us it's important to recognize them, to give them, to give them a shout out to the good work that they're doing, and encourage them to do more. So that's why we do this. Yeah.
Why do you think it's important? What do you think should be done for Kenya to boost its digital transformation?
I think when you start talking about digital transformation, you realize that it's a very intricate, long-term strategy. I always tell people digital transformation is not an event; it's a process. It's a journey. A journey to transform either a business or a country or an organization. And therefore, it requires a lot of thinking, a lot of alignment within the business itself. You have to understand why you're doing what you want to do. So, for a country like Kenya to start thinking about digital transformation, we need to go to the basics. What do we want to do? Yeah. Why do we want to digitize? Why do we want to transform digitally? Once we understand that, then we need to now put the building blocks. We need to have skills, for instance. We need to have our data in properly aligned. We have to have infrastructure. Yeah. Then we have to have applications that are going to consume the data that we have. So it's a whole process. And it's a lot of the time when you talk about digital transformation, people run to think about technology. No, it's people, it's processes, and then technology. Yeah. So it's not you don't do digital transformation. You implement digital transformation, which means you have to think long term. It's like running a marathon.
From this symposium, where do you think we are really as a country?
I think as a country we have the basics. We have good infrastructure now. At least across the country, we have decent infrastructure where we can start from. But we need to build skills. And skills development is urgent because we need to use our universities. Our universities need to work with the with the industry to build requisite skills that are useful for the now, for the world today, not skills that were used last 10 years or something. Yeah, so these are skills that we require now. Then we need to sort out our data issues. You can't have, for instance, various databases in various ministries all about me. So KRA has Hare with an H, and immigration guys have Hare without an H as two different people. So we need to synchronize our data. We have to clean up our data, and then we have different applications to serve the nation. So we have the building blocks. We have a little bit of everything, but we need to consolidate now if we want to move to the digital realm.
Oh, it's amazing. It's unbelievable. I didn't expect it, honestly. When I look at my fellow finalists, people who are very accomplished in strong industries and diverse industries as well. So I really feel honored to have won the award. So I'm ecstatic, really. I'm just ecstatic right now.
Can you tell us why is digital transformation important?
Oh, it's critical. Digital transformation, just not from a business perspective, creates efficiency, improves how people work, and additionally, it really helps to boost the economy in the sense that what everyone has in their hands today is a mobile phone. And if we can transform our technology to serve people in a digital manner, then we expand the reach. We're able to reach people across the country, right from the very rich to the very poor, and offer them a piece of the cake, a piece of the pie. So digital transformation is one of those channels that can do that, and that's why I'm very passionate about technology and its ability to give people opportunities.
But what is it that hinders digital transformation in Kenya? What are some of the challenges?
It's a journey that we need to take. We need to develop our people. So I look at it from three pillars: a people, process, and platform perspective. We need to develop people to understand what digital transformation means, how to do things in a digital manner, in an efficient manner. Then from a process perspective, we need to simplify our processes. In today's world, so many things have changed, and we might still do things as we did them, say, 10, 20 years ago. So we need to look at what works today, really evaluate our process end to end. Then from a platform perspective, that's where us technologists come in, and we seek to create those platforms that people can plug into to unlock that digital capability and those digital efficiencies that we talk about so much as technologists.
Do you think Kenya has enough IT talent to oversee this?
Kenya has good talent. I wouldn't say it has enough. There's never enough. And the beauty about technology is so dynamic and it keeps on evolving. Right now people are talking about Web 3.0 and they're building it. I would really like to see Kenyans play more in that space, in the build space, and not just be a net consumer. And I'm very keen on that. I think what we've got going for us as Kenyans is that we have the appetite. And when you look at an organization like DX5, creating an event like this, it really attracts Kenyan talent to be curious and see, okay, what's this technology about? What does it mean for me? And the goodness about technology, it doesn't discriminate. Whether you're young, old, your gender, it does not discriminate. So I think Kenya has a real opportunity to really thrive in this space.